वो ऑफसेट समझ में कुछ भी नहीं आया।
कोई बात
Even I
नहीं,
did.
ऑफसेट सबके समझ में नहीं आता है, डोंट वरी। पहले
It is actually a little tricky.
इनफैक्ट ऑफसेट मैंने 2-3 साल लाइक ट्रेनिंग करने के 2-3 साल बाद तक मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता। ओके,
Yeah.
डोंट वरी, it's all natural. So let's start with who suggested lookup functions. 2-3 people were there, right? कौन थे? Amrish was there.
I was there. There was another gentleman. I don't remember the name.
So now, since you have watched the videos, what are your current questions out of those? Because now some of the things might have resolved already, right?
Resolve तो हुए हैं, but वही मैं बोल रहा ना, आपको जो offset वाला functionality थोड़ा सा डाउट है।
ऑफसेट आई विल कवर सेपरेटली, उसके लिए भी एक अलग सेशन डेडिकेटेड रखेंगे क्योंकि वो छोटे से टाइम में नहीं होगा, ठीक है? So today let's cover VLOOKUP, index and match. XLOOKUP something. Okay.
Yes.
So any questions on these functions before we start?
सर
Yes.
अभी जैसे लास्ट वीक ही मैंने ज्वाइन किया, तो मैंने अभी सारी वीडियो नहीं देखी, मैं स्टार्टिंग में ही हूँ आपकी वीडियो।
नो प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है,
आप स्टार्ट कर लीजिए, मैं समझ लूंगा।
ओके, ठीक है। सो VLOOKUP ऑल इन वन, चलो इसको देखते हैं, ठीक है? दिस इज द वन व्हिच इज देयर इन द वीडियो। ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द VLOOKUP? सिंपल स्टार्ट करते हैं, देन वी विल गो इनटू डीप। ओके, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP's role is to get information from some other place, okay,
just
and
match
in some other place. So let's say I have these informations here and I am working here, maybe some other data set is there, okay, but this department is missing in that, and this department I can find from here. So how to get it from here to here? That's the challenge. Okay,
can you say it's a matching of the one column to one column with respect to that another column, so to find out the which are in the same one?
Correct. So I will so just mute yourself.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'm saying mute yourself and then raise your hands and then ask questions. Okay, so as he said, you need to have something matching between the two places where you are working, and these two places can be anything. It can be same sheet, different range. It can be two different sheets, and it can be two different files also. As long as something common is there, VLOOKUP will try to help you. And VLOOKUP means vertical lookup. Okay, why it is vertical lookup? Let's say you want to know what is this A501, what is the name of the department for this. Okay, so here if you see, you will go like this vertically, okay, and then you found A501. Okay, that's why it is known as vertical lookup. You might have also heard of H lookup, जो कि बहुत कम use होता है, right? Okay, because our data is mostly vertically arranged. That's why we use vertical lookup more. Okay, some situations H lookup might be used, but the logic is exactly same. Okay, so how to write the formula? We write VLOOKUP. Then it says lookup value. What are you looking for? What is the common element which you are looking for? So I am looking for this particular code. Okay, then comma. Then it says, okay, give me the table array. Table array is nothing but the data range which is there at the other place. Okay, from where you will find this particular value. Okay, and then I can simply select this range. Okay, but if I am selecting this range, I need to freeze these things using my dollars, so that when I write the same formula for the next line, when I drag it down, this doesn't move. Okay, that's the reason of freezing it. Sometimes some people, what they do, they just select column A and B. Okay, for the simplicity sake, it is fine, but not in all situations. Okay, but mostly it is fine because they don't know. Okay, if I select only this range, tomorrow there might be some department codes which are new and they will be added here. So if I am referring this range only up to row number 12, okay, then how will I cover those new department codes? Okay, so that's why some people select like this, column A and B, and then comma. Now it is asking column index number. So you have given me a data. I will find this in the first column of the data which you have given. Okay. Then which column, from which column you want me to give the results. So I will find it. Let's say I found A501. From which column you want me the results? Okay. So I will select column 2. So in this range, out of this range, I want the results from column 2. So I will keep column 2. Okay. So find D4 or means find A400 in the first column of the given range. Okay. Once it is found, give me the second column. Give me the second column from the range as a result of the matching row. Whichever row is matching, in that row, give me the second column. Okay. Now, Excel is asking further, what if I am not able to find A400? Then what should be done? So then you will say, Excel is saying, Excel is giving us two options. Can I do some approximations while matching A400? Okay. Or do you want exact same thing? 99% of the cases, you will go for exact match. And exact match is represented by a false situation. Okay. False situation, yesterday we were discussing, I think, on the group. True and false, they are binary. Okay. True means 1 numerically and false means 0. And that's why some of you may be in a habit of writing 0 in place of that false. But both are exactly same. Even if you write false, it will work as exact match. Even if you write 0, it will work as exact match. And when I close this, it gives me A400 is information technology. If A400 is not there, let's say it's not there. So then it will give me not applicable or not available in the range, which is an error. It is not actually an error. It says that it is not there.
Not available.
Okay, not available. So this is how I will do, and I can drag it down. So instead of finding D4, here it was looking for D4, which means this cell. When I drag it down, D5 is found, logistics, and D100, A100 is found, which is admin. Okay, now I will pause here, and I think I can see Kajal has raised her hand. Kajal, please.
Sir, my question is that if I want to select the table like this one, which you have selected department ID and department. So
Yeah.
is there any way to select at once the whole table other than Control A? Because we are scrolling from top to bottom, it's difficult if the data is huge.
Correct. So if you have, I think you have then you have not gone through the video. Okay. Because that's the problem which we are solving in exercise 2 or 3 somewhere. Okay. Now look at this. This is the data. Okay. And this is where I am trying to find my results. Okay. And now I needed same thing, equal VLOOKUP. But before that, this is my data range, right? For simplicity's sake, I selected F and G in case of previous first sheet, right? But now I'm having a table here. And the name of the table is department, table 1, table 13, whatever is your name. Always change those table names.
That I saw in the video that if we will give the name to the table, then we can select that.
Yes.
But if we have not made the table and we want to select the whole data, so is there any other way other than the Control A?
Control A is better,
reach the top, bottom of the
table is even better. I suggest that every time you make a table, okay, it will solve your multiple problems.
Okay.
Okay.
Used to नहीं है ना table करना.
Yeah, but you have to get used to it. Okay, बहुत सारे फायदे हैं. ठीक है.
सर आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन.
Yes, Rahul.
सर अभी पहले वाली शीट में आपने बताया था हम पूरे को अगर जो सेल को सिलेक्ट करते हैं तो डॉलर लगाना होता है. फिर अब लेकिन अब जब हम ऊपर से पूरे ए और बी कॉलम को सिलेक्ट करेंगे तो जब डॉलर नहीं लगाना.
अगर आप वर्टिकली ड्रैग कर रहे हो तो you don't need to put it. Okay.
जैसे आपने अभी आपने इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी लिखने में ए और बी कॉलम सिलेक्ट किया था पूरा.
So when I'm dragging vertically, then I don't need it. Okay, I don't need to put dollars. But if I'm dragging it, let's say, toward left to right or something like that, then it will not give result because now it has changed to B and C, which is not the case. C is blank.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. So make it a practice that your master table or lookup table, make it a table first. And writing the formula will become very easy. Select करने का problem ही नहीं रहेगा ना. Okay. So if it is table design and it is named as department, when I'm writing the formula, we look up, I'm looking for this, where DEPT, this comes, there's no need to select now, right?
Department.
Automatically it will get selected. Comma, which column number? Column 2, comma 0. So wherever it is matching, it is giving me the results. Wherever it is not matching, it is not giving. Okay. Now look at this formula. With this small change using tables, your formula has become a little bit more flexible. This 6000, A6000 and A600, it is just a typing mistake. One extra 0 got added in that code. But in the back end, I am aware that okay, these two should refer to management. So I will take this line, I will paste it in the last line of table, and then I will say, okay, this is also management, and my results are updated. I don't need dollars. My table is flexible. Okay. Now think of tomorrow. Let's say currently you are looking for departments, but there is a bigger, maybe you can say group department. Okay. And group department means, let's say marketing is known as sales and marketing. Sales is also known as sales and marketing. And
Hello.
बढ़िया
भैया आप बताओ.
guys, mute yourself.
सर यार मेरे को ये बताओ, एक तो दो.
Okay. Okay. So here, then let's say you can say finance and admin. You want to combine F and A, F and A. Okay. Now I'm looking for maybe not the exact department. I'm looking for the group department. Now, if you were using the normal range, you would be changing the number of columns or the range because you might not have that column initially and you added it later. So here, because it is dependent on the table is expandable, and I can simply change the column number to 3. And wherever it is available, it will give me the results. Wherever it is not available, it will not give me the results. So that's the beauty of the table. Always go with tables as much as possible. Okay. Next question.
सर ये 0 क्यों दिखा रहा है इसमें? एन दिखाना चाहिए ना, हमने दिया नहीं इसको तो.
नहीं तो यहाँ पे what is this? AL100. Okay. AL100 group is empty. So that is why it is showing 0. I'm fetching this, right? NA will come when this code A50L is not visible in this range. Then it will give not available. I cannot find it. But if it is able to find and the cell is blank, it will, okay. So when you simply write a function, something like equal to this cell, okay, it gives me 0. It is doing the same thing. It is able to find that particular code. You have not mentioned anything against that. So it is giving 0 because it is empty.
यस सर. सर टेबल बनाने के लिए फायदा होता है, हमें सिलेक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ एक डिपार्टमेंट टेबल जो हमने नाम दिया है वो सारा सिलेक्ट करेगा उसमें से.
Correct. So table has benefit that you can have that name. Let's say, let me show you. If I keep this table in a blank sheet, okay, somewhere here, the name of the table, I will change it to department underscore, let's say 2, okay, and I have hidden this sheet. Okay. Now Let's say I'm writing the formula. I don't want my results to be based on this. I want to use the other table, which is hidden. So normally, if you don't use tables, you will go there, you will unhide, you will have to remember the range. But if I have a table or any name range, I can simply use department and it will show me the second table and I would be able to use it. So think of how much time you are saving, hiding, unhiding, then remembering that range. So many things are solved.
Okay, sir.
Number of rows are flexible, number of columns are flexible. Only thing related to VLOOKUP is, guys, this is for those who are new to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP only works when the whatever common thing which you are finding is available in this table or range in the first column. The lookup table should have the common element in the first column, then only it works. Otherwise, it will not work. In this table, if you try to change this cut and paste, okay, my table is still same. My table is still same. If I try to find the results only for column 2, let's say, none of them is visible or not available because A100, it is trying to find in the first column of the range which you give, be it a table or be it a normal range, but it will always find in the first column of that range. And in this first column, it is not able to find that particular code. So it will not work. And that is one of the limitation of VLOOKUP. So how to solve it? You can either use index and match. We will come to that very soon. Or you can also use some new functions, which is XLOOKUP. Okay. Now, how XLOOKUP works? Let me write that formula. XLOOKUP works. Okay. Earlier we used to count. Okay. Okay. I need from the lookup table maybe 5th column or 6th column. Okay. Let me take a bigger sheet with some larger data set. Okay. File number 13. Okay. So I have this employee sheet with all the details of the employees. And then here, I'm trying to find the nationality of that employee. Now, if I was writing VLOOKUP will be written like this. Find me based on employee code, because that's the common thing between this sheet and this sheet. Employee code is common. And it is the first column also. So it will work. But let's say if it was not the first column here, if I cut and paste it somewhere here. Now I cannot use VLOOKUP because what range I will give? Maybe I will give this range. In the range, first column is not employee code. So it will always find in the first column that same employee code. So it will not work. So that means VLOOKUP will only work for finding things which are on the right side of the common element. So this is the column. So I have to give this range, then only I can find these additional columns on the right side. The left columns VLOOKUP cannot give you. Okay, that's the limitation. Now, same thing I will try to do using XLOOKUP. So XLOOKUP says lookup value. So I'm trying to find this code. Then it says lookup array. That means where can you find it? Which column you can find it? So I will select column. Sorry. Wait. So I was trying to write XLOOKUP. I need to find this, comma, then go to people sheet, and then this column. People sheet and I column is having those codes. Then it is saying, okay, I will find it in that particular column, but what do you want in return? Which column do you want in return? And if I'm looking for nationality, I just need to select column E. So writing formula to get the same result has become easy. Second, there were some things which VLOOKUP was not able to do because it was on the left side of the common element, common column. It was never possible through the VLOOKUP. Okay, and the result will be there. So for nationality, it doesn't matter if it was here or if it was here. Okay. Another thing which was the case is, let's say, even if it was in the first column, I'm bringing it back to the original situation. Employee code is the first column, and here I'm writing normal VLOOKUP formula. Find me this employee code in this table. So table name is TBL people, I guess. Column number nationality. Now I don't know which column number. Let me type a dummy column number 5, comma 0. Okay. So 5 is, I think, gender. So let's see. Nationality is 6th column. Okay. And I will write 6th column. Now, imagine a situation that for some reason you had to insert one column here, maybe some other information. And now look at the result. The result has changed because you have changed the position of the column. Now it is not 6, it has to be 7. And that's why result is wrong. Now think of XLOOKUP in this situation. XLOOKUP, same code, based on what? Based on employee code. What is the result you are looking for? Nationality, and press enter. So it is giving correct results as of now. Let's change the situation in terms of number of columns. I will add, okay, I will simply cut this and insert it here. So that means I have changed the position totally. Look at this, it is still working. Oh, no, it is not working. A and G. Okay, let's try to see, add few more columns on the ending side as well as few more columns in the initial side. Okay, I'm still seeing the same results. So XLOOKUP is a little more flexible. It can fetch values from the right side as well as left side. And even if you insert something in between, it will still work. Okay. Yes, Sachin and family.
Yeah, rightly said. Hi, Akhilesh. Yeah, so today actually I was working at my work on the, one of the files. So I was doing a VLOOKUP. So I observed that, that when I was doing VLOOKUP, the answers were not coming. It was all not applicable. But when I did a, paste special, and then there were few errors was coming, and then I ignored the error, and then answers came. So is it mandatory that we need to do a paste special or check the formatting?
What were you trying to, what was the common element between the two places?
That was something to do with my work. So it was some company number. It was number.
It was number, correct. So most probably it was related to the format of that cell. Okay. One side it was maybe number, on the other side it was text. And that's why it was not able to match. Okay. Because technically both are different things. So I will show you this example. It is there in the videos actually. All these things are there. Look at this. Okay. Let's say this is my lookup table. Not lookup table. This is the place where I'm working. And here I'm having employee codes. And this is the place from where I want to fetch the employee name. If I write a normal VLOOKUP, sorry, what I'm writing, equal VLOOKUP, I will find this where maybe in this range, comma, I want employee name. So column number 2, comma, and then type 0, exact match. And it gives me same thing, what you may be facing.
Correct.
Okay. The reason is these are numbers. If you select multiple cells, you can see average, count, sum, everything is coming.
Yes.
But if you select these things, these are only count, they are text. So as soon as I double click, let's say double click this and press enter, it becomes a number. And now you can see it is able to match. So there are only two ways. Either you convert these things into text or you convert this into a number. These into number or these into text, vice versa. Okay.
Yes.
So that was the issue. Now how to convert? There are certain functions like text function. Text function can convert a number into text format. There is a function known as value. I think we have seen it in the previous session also. Value function converts a number written in a text format into a number format.
Yeah.
Okay. So like here, if I write, okay, let's add one column in the left side. Here, if I write value of this cell and press enter. So now these things are numbers and which will match with upper ones. So results will be there. Okay. So that's the thing. But maybe you will be not keen to add new column. So how to write it? So what I will do, I will convert this into a text, this itself, so that it can match my lookup table. So I will write a function here, text, open bracket. So take the employee code, this employee code, which is currently a number. And then here I will simply mention a dummy, you can say dummy formatting code. I can write 0 in double quotes, I can write hash in double quotes, anything. So whatever is this cell on the left side or that A4, it will transform this into a text format. And my numbers starts matching after that. So it's just a matching issue. Okay. I will give you another example here nearby. So here it's a opposite situation.
Okay.
Here it's a opposite situation. So when I'm doing a VLOOKUP, I'm trying to find this in this range, column number 2, 0. Not working because this is text and this is number. So let me tweak the formula that whatever is your employee code currently, change it to values, close the bracket for value and press enter. So it is able to match. So although they are physically text numbers, but because of our value function, it has been converted into a number. And now a number is being found in this cell, in this list. So that's why it is able to match.
Okay, and Akhilesh ji, how to identify which are numbers and which are text? Select them.
So when most of the time you will see these kind of, I'm not sure if you're able to see, these green marks are there on the top left.
Oh, okay.
So it is not foolproof way to identify, but it means that there might be chances of some errors. Okay. So if you see here, if I select this, you can see,
yeah,
convert to a number or number is stored as a text, because normally Excel thinks that 100 is a number actually, but it is stored as a text. So it is giving you a warning that maybe you wanted 100, but it has been stored as a text. Okay, also, but it can be because of other reasons also. Okay.
Also, sir, in video you have mentioned that there are three. When we select a number value, there are three attributes which appear in the right side.
Correct. So here another way of finding it is if you select these things, you can see all form of summaries. So if they are numbers, so you will see average, maximum, or summation, those kind of things. But when something is text, maximum, summation, all those things are not possible. Okay, so that's why only count is visible. So that's another way. Okay.
Okay, ji, last question. So I have the question is like, are there any specific conditions to apply the VLOOKUP between two different sheets? Like, for example, if we don't put this grid, okay, so just type, the same data over here and we don't put the grid. Okay, So without putting the grid, will I be able to pull the data or
grid when you say means table, right?
Yeah, the table, or when you click on this home, there will be like what do you say? I'm not able to tell it properly. Yeah, these kind, wherein you put all this, the lines become dark, right?
Yeah, that is table. It's all table.
Okay.
Alternate colors, it is because of the table. Okay.
No, I'm not talking about the alternate colors. If you go to the home tab, okay. Yes, and here, if you look into the font above the font, there is a grid kind of thing, right? Above the font.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
So that is border. It doesn't matter. It will not impact your formulas. It is just look and feel. It doesn't impact, is it? Okay. It is an like additional layer in the form of visual graphics. Okay. So this is the place. If I apply something like this, so it will show the borders, but content is still same. Okay. But it was empty. Okay. So that doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, I will show you how to write formula between the two different sheets, different files. Okay. So I'm again having this 13 VLOOKUP, and maybe I'm having this one also. I'm confused which one is what. So 00 is having some employee codes, and the other one is having same employee codes. So let's try to find passport number. Okay. I want to find passport number. Okay. Now, before writing the VLOOKUP formula, okay, always analyze the sheet from where you want to fetch these values. Okay. If I go there, employee code is the first column. I can give maybe this range. Okay. And my passport number is column 2. Okay. Right. If I have to use the table, let's say, the name of the table is TBL_passport. Okay. Now, let's try to write the formula. Equal VLOOKUP. I am looking for this, where if I simply write TBL_passport, it will not appear because it has visibility only within this particular file. It doesn't know tables outside this file. So that will not work. Typing will not work. Typing the name of the table will not work. So what you need to do, you just go to other file, click anywhere. Okay, either you can select simply, let's say we select this range, this new file, passport sheet, column A to F. I've selected, and dollars will appear automatically if you are doing it across the files. Okay, anyways, that helps. Comma, which column will give us passport number out of this, starting from 1 and 2. Second column will give us passport number 0. What kind of match you want? Exactly. I will type 0 because that's the most likely situation you will always look for. Okay. And it is able to give me same result. Perfect. Now, let's say I want to utilize the name of the table which is there in the other file. So I will rewrite the same formula. Equal VLOOKUP and this cell. Then I cannot write the table name now also. No problem. I will go to the other file and just select any cell in this file. Any cell. Okay. And we can see that we have selected E85. But that is not what we were looking for. So remove this portion and type your TBL underscore, what was that name? Passport, maybe? Passport, yeah. Okay. So that's why I went into the file beforehand and analyzed what was the table name. Because during the formula writing mode, you will not be able to find these things. You will have to abandon the formula writing and then you can find. Okay. So what I did, whatever cell I selected, I ignored the last part of that cell and then wrote my table name. Table name, okay. Comma, column 2 in that table, comma, type of match is exact 0.
I
So look
think
at this formula now.
passport
This
spelling is
file
wrong.
name. Yeah, so this is the file name. Then this is the sheet name. And then this is the passport.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Then this is the table name. Now, as soon as I press enter, so let me copy this. Okay. Okay. I erased it. Okay. So as soon as I press enter, you will see that formula will be shortened. There is no sheet name passport, because once it is able to connect to that particular file, it doesn't require sheet name. Table name will be enough. Okay, so you just need a connection to by clicking any cell and then type the name of the table if that's what you want. Otherwise, you can select the normal range also. Both ways it will work.
Thank you.
Welcome. Rahul, your hand is still raised. Any further questions?
Sir, in X lookup, we are not writing 2,0. Why?
Because we are directly referring from which column we want the results.
Okay.
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 Let me show you again. X lookup.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing the same thing between the two sheets using X lookup. I want to find this. Where can I find? I can find it in this column, employee code. And then VLOOKUP was requiring column index because the first column has to be the matching column. And then from there it counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. XLOOKUP doesn't have that kind of situation. XLOOKUP says, okay, you have given me a column in which I need to look. Give me a column from where I need to find the result. That's it. So I've directly mentioned the column number from where I want the result. When I press enter, it gives me the same result.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Rupali, please continue.
Hi, Akhilesh.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is that whenever there is a same number, say like same name, suppose Sushil is the name appearing twice or thrice in the column, and we wanted to do the VLOOKUP with on basis of name. So what I get the value is always the first one, whatever the value is that only is always taking for another Sushil as well.
Correct.
So that way, what to do?
So VLOOKUP is lazy. It will start from top. When it's found, job done. Simple. Okay. You cannot use VLOOKUP for that purpose. Now, but it can be resolved. You need to identify what is the reason of that repetition, why it is there in the like second time or third time in the lookup table. Once you are able to identify it, there must be a reason. Okay, it is not simply the same line which is getting repeated. It is only that code which is common between the two places that is repeating. Maybe other nearby columns are having different values. Maybe some date is there, something else is there, because of which it is twice or thrice in that particular table.
Correct.
Always find that reason and then you will be able to resolve it. So let's look at, okay, here, okay, this one. Okay, let's say I'm having euro, 5,000 euros I sold. I wanted USD amount. Okay. Now, if you are doing a VLOOKUP, you will write, or XLOOKUP, let's say, XLOOKUP, and I need to find this currency symbol, or where I can find it here, and then result, I want the conversion rate from here. Okay. So currency conversion from euro to USD is 1.09. Okay. And it has given me the first one, 1.086, this one.
Yeah.
Now, you may be thinking, no, I don't want this one. I wanted this one, 1.062. Or maybe I wanted 1.11. But why do you want the second one or third one? There must be a reason for you, right?
Yes.
And that reason here is because this is November 17th or November 2017. So I am looking for a row which is November. Guys, please mute yourself if it is not related to the topic which we are discussing. So here, November, Euro 2017. So this is what I am looking for exactly, right? That would be the accurate result. Now, so as soon as you find these additional informations which were the reason of repetition, okay, then you will be able to do this. So what you need to do is first create a uniqueness. So earlier you were trying to find column J in this, but then it is not unique. It is appearing again and again, again and again. So then why it is appearing again and again? Because of month and because of year. So I created a combination of those additional informations. And now if I try to find a duplicate in this combined column, I will never find that. It is unique.
Yeah.
And now you need to create a lookup function or VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP based on this information. And then it will always fetch the correct result. Now, if I have to do it here, one way is you first create that column which has the combined thing. So here it is year, month, and currency. So here also I can write year of this cell joined with month of this cell joined with currency. So I will get the similar kind of things which are there on the other side. Okay. Now I can simply write a VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP. I will not look for this now because actually to convert it properly, I need the time frame also, which month and which year. So I will select this comma, then I will go for this range, comma, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will type 5, comma, 0. And it gives me 1.122. That's the correct result. So you need to concatenate the region of repetition on both sides, and then you will get the correct result.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Welcome. Any other questions?
I just want to share my screen with the data. Can I?
Sure, sure. Just a minute. I will allow you to share. Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay. So maybe I have a shorthand in XLOOKUP, so I'm getting a little bit difficulty. So what here it is. These are the truck numbers against which I need the driver's name. So I have a driver details like second sheet in that. So like as you told me, like XLOOKUP is directly like they're asking me from where to fetch the data. So I tried to do that.
Show me the other sheet first.
Okay, just a second.
Let's have a look.
This is the truck number against which the driver names are there.
Can one truck number have multiple drivers?
Yeah.
So then it will always give you the same situation. Okay, top one it will give, or bottom one it can give. Okay.
Okay.
So only that thing you need to keep in mind, but we look up the XLOOKUP will still work. Okay.
But in this sheet, like as of now, against one truck number, only one driver name is there.
Then okay, let's write the formula.
Okay. So I did XLOOKUP here. I have selected this. So like according to you told me, like I have to just go and select the range of the driver's name, right?
No, you are matching truck number, right? So first component C261, that is truck number. So you have to select next column as truck number column, because that the second segment says, okay, where I need to match this truck number. So select the truck number column, comma, comma.
Okay.
Put comma in the formula bar. Yeah. Now it is asking, if you look at this, that formula syntax, it is asking return array. So which column should give the results, or in return, which column you want results from.
Okay,
so select column B.
Okay.
And press enter.
Okay. Thanks. Before I was like getting the any data.
Maybe you were reversing the position. So always read this syntax which comes with the formula. Okay.
Okay.
Lookup
Sir,
value. So what you are looking for?
Sir, I had got a question.
Yeah.
यहाँ पर ना 261 जो अभी फॉर्मूला प्लेस हुआ है in the row 261 and F261 column, kindly उस पर F2 दबाइए जरा, press F2 over there.
Can you click on, no, not this sheet, other
dispatch sheet F261, yes.
Select
Archumai.
Yeah.
F2.
Okay.
सर यहाँ पर ये देख रहे हैं ना, यहाँ पर X lookup में डॉलर नहीं लग रहा है, लॉक नहीं कर रहा है सेल्स को, नहीं तो बाय डिफॉल्ट करता है ना ये?
नहीं, बाय डिफॉल्ट विद इन द सेम शीट नहीं करता है, विद इन द सेम फाइल नहीं करता है, खुद आपको करना पड़ेगा।
अच्छा,
ओके,
मतलब अगर ये दूसरी शीट होगी तो करेगा?
इफ इट इज अ डिफरेंट फाइल देन ऑटोमेटिकली कर लेता है, ओनली इन व्हेन यू आर सेलेक्टिंग द लुकअप अरे एंड द रिटर्न अरे, उन जगह पे करता है। ओके, सो द प्लेस वेयर यू आर राइटिंग द फॉर्मूला, ओके, in that file if you select something it will not implement the dollars automatically, but if you go and select anything outside that file then it fetches the dollars automatically.
Okay.
So
सर इस केस में हमें डॉलर लगाना पड़ेगा क्या? जो कि
जरूरत नहीं है,
डॉलर्स सिचुएशनल होते हैं हमेशा। ओके, इट डिपेंड्स हाउ यू वांट टू कॉपी दैट फॉर्मूला अप एंड डाउन और लेफ्ट एंड राइट, अकॉर्डिंगली यू विल प्लान फॉर डॉलर्स। You cannot simply say we need it or we don't need it. It is all situational.
सर मैं एड्रेस कर सकता हूँ इशू इनका?
Sure.
तो ऐसा है क्या, अगर एक फाइल है जो कि स्टैटिक नहीं है, डायनामिक है, वहां पर आपको डॉलर लगाना पड़ेगा अगर आपको कोई एक वैल्यू उठानी है, जैसे कि ए से आपको बी निकालना है, लेकिन अब आपका फॉर्मूला आप ड्रैग डाउन कर रहे हो नीचे, तो वो ए अपनी जगह को बदल रहा है, तो आपका आंसर बी नहीं आएगा, इसलिए आप डॉलर लगाते हो। तो जरूरत नहीं है डॉलर लगाने की, हमेशा आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि आपको आंसर का जो बेस जगह है वो लोकेशन चेंज ना कर रहा हो अपनी।
Yeah. Or we have discussed these references in one of the doubt sessions. If you go to the WhatsApp group, I think the first session was that, I guess. So watch that video. We are discussing in details when to put dollars, how it works and how it doesn't work. Okay. So that would be helpful if someone is confused when to put dollars and when not to put. Okay. So go and watch that session.
सर एक चीज और थी, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस वी लुकअप, टेबल्स को जैसे मैंने कंट्रोल टी प्रेस कर टेबल फॉर्म कर ली, अब उस टेबल को अगर मेरे को हटाना हो तो दोबारा कंट्रोल टी दबाकर नहीं हटता ना वो, देन हाउ टू एलिमिनेट दैट टेबल?
So let me show you. Let's say I will share my screen. I think it
और
is
दूसरा
not.
एक और था सर इसी में कंटिन्यूएशन में, टेबल में मर्जिंग भी नहीं होती सेल्स की।
No. Okay. Can you see my spreadsheet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's say this is the range and I am pasting it here. What happened? Simply paste. Okay, this is not a table currently, right?
Yeah.
This is not a table, and the way to check it is you don't have table
Design.
table tab, table design tab. Okay. Now, if I convert it, that's simple. Select any one cell, Control T, and table is added. Now, if I press Control T again, nothing works because it is already a table. Control T is for inserting a table. Okay. So if you want to remove, you have to remove it manually. Why? Something is wrong. My menu is not visible. Let me restart the file. Okay. Now you can see here table design. So if you want to get rid of the table, then here there is an option of convert to range, and that will take away all the properties of the table. Only formatting will remain, normal formatting, colors and other things, but table properties will go away. So if I click on this and convert to range, now there is no tab. Okay, these are just normal ranges.
Perfect, sir.
Okay. What are the question?
लेकिन होता क्या है कि मतलब जैसे मतलब on the data which I work, I need to merge cells a lot, especially in case of headings. because I need to address many of the portfolios, and because of which I need to make headers and subheaders. And in the above header, I used to merge the cells to address subheaders. So there is any solution in the table?
No, you are doing it wrong way.
Okay.
Excel is working fine. Okay.
Okay.
What is problem is there is report and there
Yes,
is data. You are trying to have both of them in one single format. Ideally, there should be a partition between the two. Your data should stay separate. You fetch it through VLOOKUP, through pivot tables, or whatever ways you know, okay, from data and transform it into a report. Problem क्या होता है? Normally, we try to mix both of them. हमारा data भी वही है, हमारी report भी वही है. And that's why merging and other things are required. Merging is very, very, like you can say, it can increase a lot of work for you if you are implementing it directly on the data. So keep the data always something like this. Okay. And then whatever you need in your report, keep it in a separate sheet. Maybe you can have mergings and other things there. Okay. And then fetch it from here by using VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, count, sum, whatever you need. Okay. So always keep both the sections separate. Then only things will be perfect. Because data has to be unmerged. Otherwise, you will find it difficult to manipulate it or to process it in whichever way you want to use it.
हाँ दिक्कत होती है सर, मतलब it brings lot of troubles with it. Calculation becomes an issue.
Sure.
So सर अगर जी pivot table में ऊपर के merge cell होता है तो भी pivot table नहीं लगती ना? जैसे हमारा first row में हमने दिया employee code, first name, column 7.
Correct. It will not work.
इसके ऊपर हम एक insert कर दे row और उसको merge कर दे, जैसे ले कहते हैं कि September month model wise data.
It will not work. Okay. In fact, if a particular column name is also missing, then also pivot will not work. Pivot will not be created.
Okay.
It has to have separate columns. It has to have column headers for each one of them.
Each column should be a name, header name.
Yeah, header name should be there.
Yeah, that means each column should have a label, right? What we call into the table. And that's fine. Okay. I just want to one request when you also when you are explaining to the creating of the formula or the conditioning, could you explain me to the what does it mean earlier, because so that we can grasp it very easily, because we are not that much familiar to understanding and grasp it in a rapid way.
No. Can you repeat the question? What is it about?
For example, you just already created some the VLOOKUP or that XLOOKUP that functions and that the formula. I think there is some that written array and that one is there now. So just can you explain to everyone to that so that we can get it very easily instead of always we doing that. I like that it's there now.
So do you see this? Whenever you write any function, Excel will try to give you this helping context syntax.
Yes.
Okay. So lookup array means what do you want to look for? I am looking for this particular employee code.
Yeah.
Then table array. That means it is generally referring to your master table or the lookup table from where you can find this information. Okay.
Yeah, that is the source data.
The source data, correct. Or simple table name from where we want to get it. Okay. Then as soon as you progress to the next section by putting a comma, that means that particular argument is done. Now moving to the next. Okay. So I'm not writing anything, but here now this is highlighted column index number.
Yeah.
Column index number means whatever table you have given me for looking up. Okay. In that table, what is the number of that column starting from 1? Okay. From where you want me to give the results. So we say 5th column, 6th column, 10th column, and it will pick up the results from the 10th column like that. Okay. Then this is asking, okay, what kind of lookup I should do? If I'm looking for E001, should I go for E001 or can I do some approximations? Okay. Now never select approximations. Okay. Because we don't know what is the logic of approximation. Excel, you may think that E001 should match with E1 or should match with only 1, but maybe Excel thinks differently. So never go for approximate match. If you watch that video, Again, there are only 1 or 2 situations where I am using approximate match. Otherwise, it is always exact match. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Next time on, just can I have it to that one, the stable index like that way, so that is what you are explaining to now, or if there is such thing, so that we can get it very easily.
Next.
Just from the next time class, so just how you are explaining to the each type of the what you can say, each type of that is the index, or each type of the one. I think what it is called, it is a.
Okay. So the thing is, Pulla, what is happening? I have explained these things in the course videos properly. Okay. So if you cover that video and then come here, we will not waste time on these basic things which are already covered. Okay. So that's the problem. Okay. After that, if some gap is there, because I may not be explaining that context for each and every function. Okay. So then I can always explain. But these things are already there. So let's make use of those resources.
Okay, that's fine. I will try to put my effort and.
Yeah. But one thing I will try to give you in any function, not only VLOOKUP. So whenever it is asking for lookup table, table array, column index, but do you see this range lookup? Range lookup is mentioned in square brackets. So if in any formula you see something which is in square bracket, that means it is an optional argument. It is not mandatory to put it. If you put it, it will be more specific in fetching the results. But if you don't put it, Excel will assume based on whatever default settings are there and then give you some results. But if something is there which is not having the square bracket, then you have to enter it. You cannot miss it. Your formula will not function without that. Okay. Like XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, I told you only 3 arguments, right? This one, and this one. Because all the other 3 arguments, XLOOKUP has 6 arguments. But all the 3 arguments are not mandatory to put. They will help me to be more specific, but that is not mandatory. Okay. So XLOOKUP function video is also there. Go and watch what are those 3 additional arguments. How do they help you? Like earlier, one of you was asking, VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP will always give me first one. Okay. That's not the case with XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, if I ignore 3, okay. For the XLOOKUP, you can mention if something is not found. VLOOKUP gives #NA directly, right? You can mention something here that I want something like, okay, check. I want to write it like this so that my attention goes to that particular thing if it is not found. Okay. Or maybe I will write something like double quote, so it looks clean. It will not show me that error. So that is directly there within the formula itself. Normally, those who are writing VLOOKUP earlier, they used to use if error function outside VLOOKUP to make that look clean. Okay, here it's not required. The function itself has capabilities. Let me go further. One more segment. What kind of match? So earlier it was only approximate and exact. Now they have given more types. If you are matching, let's say, numeric element, you can find a smaller element, you can find a larger element. So many things are there. Okay. Let me go further. Normally, VLOOKUP works from top to bottom, right?
Yeah.
Here, you can decide that I want to find from the bottom itself. Okay, the first value from the bottom, you can change that argument. So all these things are there in the video. Go and watch it. And again, lookup functions, we can again cover sometime. Okay. Now I know that index function and match function we couldn't cover, and we should not mix it in today's session also. Next time, maybe we can continue the same session. We will discuss index and match.
Okay, yes, So screen sharing, one thing, I just want to have one doubt with your
You want to share?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can share.
Yeah, because you can see this here. Here there is each. So each column is having 4 things, right? Critical, high, and I just want to make it in a various options. I just want to make it in a various option like You can see this, if it is a critical or critical, and like high, if it is a critical, and a medium, and like it is a very low, like this one. I just want to make it in a like that various options.
So you want all the permutation combination
Yes.
of
Yes. I want the various combinations. How I can do that one?
It can be done using, I think, index only. We look for index, but I need to think on it. Okay, interesting problem.
Sir, can this problem be shared with us also?
Yes. So, Ulla, can you share this file with everyone on the group?
Yeah, sure. I will share it now.
Because I was unable to view the Paula's screen now.
Yeah.
So please share you and also write the query on it. I will try to do it on my own.
Yes, so okay. Now this is the challenge for everyone actually. It's an interesting thing, okay? It is workable. I have done it earlier, okay? But then you need to think a little more, okay? So let's all of us solve it and do it in the Excel and post those Excel files again on the group, okay? And
what is the query?
the query is that he is having severity 4 options, okay? Occurrence 4 options, detectability 4 options. He wants whatever possible combinations out of these 3, okay? He wants that list. So let's say one of the combination is directly written, critical, high, and very low. I want one more combination, critical, medium, and very low. I want another combination, critical, low, and very low. Okay. So whatever possibilities are possible using these 3 columns with 4 values, we want them. So ideally, it will be 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4, right?
Yes.
64 possibilities will be there at the most.
Yes.
So we want the list of those 64 possibilities. Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir,
Rahul, you were having one question on formatting also, right?
No, sir, I have not question about formatting. सर जैसे अभी हमने लास्ट वीक ज्वाइन किया, इससे पहले के जो सेशन है वो तो आपने बोल दिया कि रिकॉर्डिंग है अवेलेबल, उसमें देख लेंगे। अब जो आप नेक्स्ट वीक आप सेशन लेने वाले हो वो रिकॉर्डिंग मतलब मैं पता कैसे लगेगा, जैसे भी पिवट के बारे में बताया आज आपने नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे।
So normally so this time we decided, okay, what should be the topic of discussion, right? Okay, sometimes if I feel I decide, but I'm always open, whatever you want we can discuss those things.
नहीं यू आर राइट सर, बिकॉज अभी हमने स्टार्ट किया है शुरू में, जैसे डेट फॉर्मेटिंग था, नंबर था, आपका टाइम था, हमने स्टार्ट कर दिया है, तो उसमें कुछ क्वेरीज होंगी तो हम आपसे कैसे अलग से टेस्ट करें या
so see, this is a live session. It doesn't mean that we will always discuss a particular topic. We can discuss miscellaneous things also, okay? Like one of the session we just took Q&A, okay? So
sir,
if you have a query, you always ask. Okay, even if it is not related to the topic, we will try to address it as much as possible. Okay, we will cover the topic first and then remaining time we will devote to the questions.
Okay, next time, sir, I write down the queries and ask.
Yes,
after
you can write down and don't feel that you need to wait till Wednesday. Group is open, post it in the group. Some of them will revert before me itself, okay? So your query will be resolved.
Yeah, Akhilesh, I just forward this one. Just you can forward to whom you want to this one. Or if I want to drop it in WhatsApp, I will drop it.
Yeah, drop it in WhatsApp.
Yeah, sure, sir.
दूसरा सर एक सवाल और था लास्ट कि VLOOKUP में कोई, जैसे कि मैंने VLOOKUP प्लेस किया, आई हैव प्लेस द VLOOKUP फॉर्मूला और मैंने उसमें कोई कंडीशन दे दिया कि वो मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल x डिनोट करता है 10 को और y डिनोट करता है 20 को, और मैंने उसमें मतलब फॉर्मूला लगा दिया कि वो सेकंड वैल्यू उठा ले x या y की, लेकिन वैल्यू उसी की उठाए जो ग्रेटर देन 10 हो, तो इट इज पॉसिबल इन VLOOKUP? क्योंकि मैंने लास्ट कई बार किया, होता नहीं है लेकिन।
So you bring the situation with the data, okay?
Okay, ठीक है सर।
VLOOKUP approximate can help, but again it depends, पूरा देखना पड़ेगा situation.
ठीक है सर, मैं बना के देता हूँ सर।
And guys, prepare your sample files, keep posting in the group, ask your questions, okay? Maybe एक छोटा सा वीडियो बना करके पोस्ट कर दो ग्रुप पे, okay? So that people can understand what you are trying to do and they will try to help. I am always there, okay? But these kind of things will like give tasks to our brain. Otherwise, we look up like these practical situations we want to learn more and more, and that is the purpose of these doubt sessions actually. Okay, and that is why I always recommend every time in the doubt session, go and watch the basic video first in the course. Okay, and then here we will be able to continue or like more in-depth or detailed discussion. अगर basic video ही नहीं देखा होगा तो then यहाँ पे कैसे discuss करेंगे detailed चीजें? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Yeah, actually, I have one question. Whenever I'm putting a VLOOKUP function, and if some row I get NA as a result, but after that all the the result will be repeated. Means all the upcoming lines showing me NA only. So what
Okay.
could be the reason?
I think the reason is your references. Let me try to show you.
Because when I rewrite the same formula on that NA first NA line, then automatically all the lines get the figures, correct answers.
हाँ तो आप वो डॉलर्स अच्छे से नहीं लगा पा रहे हो. That's the issue. Okay. Now let me show you this result. Okay, maybe in the first line itself. I am writing 501. That's fine. And okay, let me rewrite this, and maybe you are putting a range something like this range. Okay. I am looking for this employee code in this range, column number 2, and type of match is exact match. And now I am trying to drag it down. I am getting NA here, and let's say these cells are again. When I drag it down, I am getting results on NA, whatever. If I write these things one more time, I am getting NAs. Now look at this. I am not able to find the result of A100. I was able to find the result of A501, but here it is not there, and all the subsequent rows are having that issue. Most probably this is your reason, because in the first formula you have not fixed this range, and because you have not fixed, currently it is A4 to B12, but when you drag it down it becomes A5 to B13, and when it becomes further down, A6 to B14. So now look at this. This is your lookup range. So I am looking for A100, but वो तो आपकी range से बाहर चला गया है.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we go further down, look at this. यहाँ पे मेरा data ही बाहर आ गया है. So how will I find something?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
It is the dollar issue which you need to follow. So these things, if we were using dollars, now if I drag it down, everything will be correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, sir.
Next question.
I have a question, Smriti, but not related to VLOOKUP. Just like how we can, apply fill series and filtered value. Like there's a filter and apply fill series option is there, na? How can we do in a filtered value? Like in a column, we have selected some of the values. See, we have series like 1, 2, 3, 4, but we have blank value as well. So we have to filter, right? If I want to rearrange all the numbers, right?
Okay.
So how it can be done?
How to, you want to delete the blank rows or you?
No. I want to keep the blank rows, but see, I have a T_01. Then I have 4 blank values, then T_02 like that. Okay. Till 160 maybe, right?
So you
but
want the
now
non-blank values list?
No, I want to apply fill series. Like, my numbering is now wrong and we drag and do the fill series.
Yes,
No, I
sir.
don't know what it is called.
I understand.
Serial number, right? Serial number.
Serial number. Yes.
Now I understood. Okay. Yes.
So
Akash,
now in
yes.
yeah, sorry, I don't know what to call it. And
तो
so
go to special से जाके वो blank select करके फिर equal करके ऊपर वाला column cell select करके फिर control enter मारेंगे तो फिर वो हो जाएगा अपने आप.
special मतलब blank values में it will not come.
पहले आपको पूरी जितना जिस पे डाटा लिखा है सारा पूरा सिलेक्ट करके फिर कंट्रोल जी दबाओगे फिर गो टू स्पेशल का डायलॉग बॉक्स ओपन होगा उस पे आप ब्लैंक सिलेक्ट करोगे फिर वो ब्लैंक सिलेक्ट हो जाएंगे उसके बाद इक्वल प्रेस करना है फिर अपर सेल को सिलेक्ट करना है देन कंट्रोल एंटर प्रेस करना है और फिर वो फिल सीरीज.
Akash, wait. First of all, let's try to be like communicate in English because some of our participants may not understand. Second thing is maybe this will work, this will not work, but I think this will not work. We need to Smriti, you need to share the exact situation, but I think I understood what you are trying to do. Let's say if this particular
like right right. Yes. And now what happened? I don't want to fill in blank rows. Blank rows should be
you
empty.
want serial numbers, but you don't want the serial numbers to appear here, correct?
No, in same row only department ID. See, it is 1, 2, 3. Now it is 5. But I want it to be 1, 2, 3, and then this 5 should become 4, and then 6 is okay. Then 8 should become 7, like that series. But don't fill blank rows. Same situation, yes.
Serial number has to be in different column, right? Department ID में तो नहीं आएगा.
नहीं मतलब मेरी situation. I'm telling my situation.
Okay, so your problem. See, बहुत सारे solutions है serial number के. Okay. One solution is, let's say, what is okay. Let me insert it here and serial number. Okay. So you type serial number something like subtotal. Or simple equal.
Simple if you can write T_1 something like that we can. Okay. Then now 1 row blank, then write T_2, 1 row blank. You can keep the next row blank. For just mention T_2.
Here you want T_4, right?
Okay. But now just now what happened? That remove T3. Okay. Now there are like 160 values like that, and some will be blank. But now I want from T1 to T60, 160 like arrange. They're automatically arranged. Like we do drag and drop fill series, but it is not happening. I'm not getting when I do the filter. Remove the blank. Yes. Okay.
Let's say I can use it count anything. Okay. I'm starting from this cell, colon, and same cell, and freeze the first portion. So currently it is C4 to C4. I want to freeze this portion, starting one with F4. Okay. And then press enter. Now if I drag it down, okay, it is 2. Then यहाँ पे it went in 2. ठीक है, वो मतलब it is not increasing, at least we can ignore that also. ठीक है, and then it only starts whenever it sees a value here. Okay, now let's say this got deleted, so it has changed to 2. And I think this is the kind of situation which you are looking for. कि अगर कुछ delete हो जाता है, if something gets updated, then automatically my serial number should get updated, right?
Automatically, yeah, not automatic maybe. So how can, in this formula, how can we remove like reoccurrence of 2, like repeated number? Is there any way?
That I can write something like if, okay, this cell equals nothing, then give me nothing.
Okay, yes.
Otherwise, then follow my formula.
Yes, yeah, perfect. I think, yeah, it will.
And now I can write it like this.
It will save lot of, manual work. Thank you so much.
And then here you can add your text. आपका जो भी 30 underscore whatever, join it with the formula. So then it will give me those kind of things. Okay, T also should be inside if, so that it will not appear automatically. Okay. So this portion also should be inside if function. So blank case में blank दे देगा.
Okay, concatenate there. Okay.
So concatenate it here itself. Double quote T underscore and. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's really helpful.
Yeah.
सर एक क्वेश्चन और है यहाँ से, बस एक सेकंड का समय लूंगा आपका. I will take a minute of yours.
No problem. I can continue. Okay.
For to identifying a cell which does not contain any value, you have written if A equals to inverted commas, and this is to identify that the cell does not contain any value. And now if we have to identify that cell contain any value, then what will be the formula to understood or to
rather than equal, right? Greater than or less than or greater than. So that means not equal.
No, this is for the numeric value, and if it is the text value, then
anything. So to equate something, we just type equal sign, right? Whatever it is, text, numbers, doesn't matter, right? Equal is equal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. To not equate something, you need to write like this: less than sign and greater than sign. That is equal to, not equal to.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Be text, numbers, doesn't matter. That is not equal to. Next question.
To this same issue, can we use the sequence function?
Yes, we can use sequence, but here sequence may not work properly. Yeah, this portion can be done using sequence actually. This portion can be done using sequence. So, but again, count will be required. Okay, count will be required. So sequence value addition will not be there. Like a lot of value addition will not be there from sequence side, because these counting and other things will still be required. So we can live without that. But yes, sequence function helps in the creating the series a lot of time. I like, it's one of my favorite function.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next question, guys.
सर मैं एक क्वेश्चन पुरानी पहली वीडियो से पूछना चाह रहा था.
पूछिए.
सर मेरा एक सेल है, सेल में मुझे डेट फॉर्मेट करनी है. 3 डिजिट चाहिए मुझे टेक्स्ट में, उसके बाद ईयर चाहिए. तो कैसे लिखेंगे? कोई भी मैं फॉर्मेटिंग डालूं वो सिर्फ मंथ और ईयर में कन्वर्ट होकर लिखा जाए. तो कैसे, जैसे मैं कोई भी, एक्चुअली मेरे सप्लायर्स होते हैं वो कभी 3 स्लैश डाल देते हैं, कभी डैश डाल देते हैं, कोई बिंदु डाल देता है, कोई मार्च लिख देता है. तो उस चीज को
नहीं, तो वो आपको डेटा वैलिडेशन से यूज करना है. ठीक है,
वो कैसे होगा सर, एक बार बता देंगे?
जस्ट अ मिनट. rand between. Okay, so first of all, these are the dates. If you want, so dates are already entered, but you don't want them to be visible like this. You want them to be visible with that MMM colon year.
My apostrophe is comma 23.
Yes, so you can press Ctrl+1 and here go to custom section. Again, these things are discussed in section 1, so watch that video properly. MMM apostrophe YY, and then all of them will be like this. Let's say we change this to 1000, random number and 1000. Okay, so but this is just a display. Display can be fixed. You just set it up, whatever they will put, oh, it will follow that.
सर इसमें जो पहली जो आपने मई 2023 लिखी, इसको मैं डॉट में लिखूंगा, जब भी चेंज यही दिखाएगा जैसे 0.
That's the problem. So dot is not considered a date by or Excel. If I type here and type 3,3.5.2023, Excel doesn't care that this is a date. Excel doesn't understand it.
Okay. Slash, only slash and dash.
What you need to do, you need to apply, okay, I think you need to watch the previous doubt session, data validation, and there we have like implemented, and in fact it is there in the course also. So you need to apply a data validation related to dates, and how that will be done, I will simply go here, data validation. It has to be date, so I am putting a date validation. Okay, and you can say, okay, my date should be, let's say, greater than a particular date. Just type any random date. Let's say I select this cell, and that is 1st of Jan 2020. Okay, now here if I type, okay, 5th May 2023, it is working. If I type 1.1.2023, it says it is not a date, because that is not a date as per Excel qualification. Okay, so आपको data validation पहले चाहिए, formatting is much easier.
Okay, sir.
Next question, guys.
Sir, I have one more. Time allows, otherwise I'll ask next time.
Sure.
Okay, it is related to data validation only. Like if in a drop down we want a set of value, then we can create a table and data validation, and then we can refer that. But if I want the color as well, you know what color I've defined. What I have to do right now, I have to apply conditional formatting and set the rule there. You know, if this value, then this color, like that. But is there any other way to do that? Like in my reference area where I'm doing data, I'm pulling the values in the drop down. If there, you know, I'm color coding the values, is there any way it will pick?
Conditional formatting is the only way to have the colors
Okay.
dynamically. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm doing that. Yeah.
So then it's fine. But
okay.
Again, if I see the Excel and data, my mind works better. Verbally में उतना समझ में नहीं आएगा, ठीक है? So maybe it can be improved, but you need to show the sample file.
Okay, I'll create it over weekend on my laptop and I'll share. Yeah, yeah, sure.
So can I share my file one-to-one to you?
One-to-one now?
Yeah.
Okay, later on.
Yeah, so if you have any question, just share the screen and other people can also see.
I'll share it later.
Sorry?
I will share later time.
Okay, fine. ठीक है. So, Gurvinder, what you can do, just remove the confidential part if you are worried about that. Okay. And next time, whenever any session is there, always prepare your files so that you, even if you are sharing with others, okay, because it is a like learning group, right? People would love to see your situation also. So prepare the file without confidential parts and then ask the same question, or change the confidential parts by, if numbers are there, multiplied by some random number. Okay.
Yes.
Change the names. But everyone is interested in the situation, not the data. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Next question. Siddharth, you were raising your hand, I guess, right? Okay. Anyone else?
So basically, XLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP, or how it is?
In normal scenarios, I would say yes, but not always. If I am creating a dynamic dashboards, okay, changing the like manipulating numbers is easier. Okay, and VLOOKUP is dependent on numbers like column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. XLOOKUP doesn't have numbers. So if I have to dynamically change my reference key, अभी मेरे को ये नहीं, मेरे को कुछ और चाहिए, तो मेरे को XLOOKUP में पूरा range change करना पड़ेगा, which is difficult task, right? But VLOOKUP में मेरे को सिर्फ वो column number change करना पड़ेगा, which I can manipulate through so many ways. Okay, so normally for a basic functionality, XLOOKUP is better, but for some advanced situations, I might go for maybe VLOOKUP also, or maybe index match. Okay, it all depends on what you are looking for.
Okay.
Okay, but it is not 100% correct that XLOOKUP we will always use, and we will forget VLOOKUP or index match.
Yes.
Yes, Gurudat, yes.
हेलो.
Yeah, Gurudat.
सर मैं पूछना चाह रहा, जो मैं VLOOKUP लगा रहा हूँ ना, एक्चुअली क्या है, अभी जस्ट दूसरे सिस्टम पे मूव हुआ हूँ मैं, तो उसमें स्पिल एरर आ रहा है। जब मैं लगा रहा हूँ तो @ से मैं उसको फिक्स तो कर पा रहा हूँ, लेकिन कंटिन्यू लगाना पड़ रहा है मेरे को।
सी स्पिल एरर का एक सिंपल
हाँ
सा
जी।
प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब क्यों आता
हाँ
है
जी।
स्पिल एरर? ओके, लेट्स से आई एम कॉपी पेस्टिंग these cells. So spill error is coming mostly in the newer version of Excel, Office 365 and those situations, क्योंकि वो functionality वहाँ पे है. Okay.
Okay.
If I try to type something here, and that is equal to this range, it is working, right? ठीक है, formatting पे मत जाओ, it is working, right? Now, if I have something here already, let's say a number 8, then वो बोलेगा कि I am having spill issues.
Okay.
Spill issue means the space which is required is this blue area, and that is not available to me fully.
Okay.
That is the actual reason of spill error. As long as space is available, it will never create an issue. Okay. Now ये कहाँ से आया? अगर ये रहेगा यहाँ पे, if it is important in this cell, okay, then you can't resolve this. You change this formula maybe somewhere here. I will place it here. It will work. Okay, or if I can delete this, it will work. So itni si science hai spill error ki. It requires a dedicated range, number of cells or whatever, depending on what you have written in the formula. उतना नहीं मिलेगा तो spill error show होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
So sir, I have a doubt. If I could share my screen.
Yes, Siddharth.
Okay. So
everyone can see the screen. I can see.
So yeah. So sir, here
we are unable to see.
Okay. So sir, I want to get the mobile numbers from this table to the first one. So here I'm unable to get it from VLOOKUP. So what is the
common thing between the two places? Name.
What is the problem? We are not able to see.
Okay, can you
see applicant name and mobile number both?
Sorry. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So VLOOKUP.
So sir, can I use VLOOKUP or should I use XLOOKUP in this? When I have both the tables in the same page.
Both can work.
Both can work. Okay. So yeah, table array.
Correct. Comma.
Okay. Then 2. Then
0.
Exact match. Okay. Yeah. So this is the case. Actually, from the this I have recreated this table here. This is the original table. So I was unable to get the data from here. So I thought to better paste it in the same table and get the data.
Now,
so what could be the possible error?
Maybe the problem is the spelling. Check the column E spelling and check column J spelling. Are they exactly matching?
Sir, through is
yes,
equal
sir.
to.
Use equal to sign in a blank cell. Equal. Select E1, E2. Equal. And select
Equal.
J2. Yeah, again equal sign and J2.
Oh, sorry.
J2. Up. Use up arrow. Up arrow. Go up.
Okay, it's actually not.
Please write the text now.
False. So वो दोनों ही मैच नहीं कर रहे, right? देखो.
J3.
But the spelling is same. E2 and J2.
Formula not correct.
कोई space होगा. Use trim function.
There is the additional space after Ayushi.
Yes, there is an additional space in this.
Okay.
Ayushi Rathod, here there is a different space. And here there is a different space.
So, which function you can use?
Is equal to.
No.
Trim.
No,
first-
no,
One.
no, it's
One.
approximate.
No, don't use approximate. Approximate का गारंटी नहीं है, वो कभी भी गलत हो सकता है. Okay.
Sir, approximate answer would be right. मतलब answer show कर रहा है, but it's not correct.
Approximate, never use it. Okay. Approximate you will only use with numbers, and there are like specific situations where you can use it. Okay. So don't go easy way कि approximate से आ रहा है तो आ जाएगा. आपको ये सेल आ रहा होगा, नीचे वाला नहीं आ रहा होगा. ठीक है. You will never be able to control it. Okay. Before writing VLOOKUP, okay, select in J2 any one cell in J2, escape, and then select J2. Right click.
Yeah.
Insert column on the left. Insert column on left. Okay. And now write a function equal in J equal trim and select K.
Okay. Select K.
So first complete the trim. Yeah, open the bracket, K, and press enter.
No question about. Okay.
Okay. I think you have selected the table. It's very long. And now you do the VLOOKUP column J and it will work.
सर तो ये एक ही फॉर्मूले में क्यों नहीं इसको इम्प्लाई करा दिया?
See, अगर प्रॉब्लम कॉलम E में होती तो we could have written okay VLOOKUP trim E2 and then comma whatever. Okay. The problem is in this lookup table. So lookup table has to be fixed. Okay.
Okay.
So whole table के लिए I cannot write trim function. That will like take a lot of processing power and it will slow down your memory.
Sir, ये spill का option दिखा रहा है.
So go to the formula again. You needed to select K2 only. You have selected table.
Sir, one doubt. I think trim will remove only starting and ending.
No, it will remove in between also. It will keep just the required space, one space between the two words.
Yeah.
Now write the VLOOKUP formula again in column G.
Okay.
Comma.
So J and this mobile number L.
Yeah, JKL. When you are using VLOOKUP, you have to select full area. When you are using XLOOKUP, then individual columns हो सकता है.
JKL सारा select करेंगे ना सर यहाँ पे.
Select JKL ऊपर से.
Okay.
So Akhilesh, you need to select also the column which was erroneous.
Yeah, that was my
It doesn't
question.
matter. मेरे को तीसरे नंबर तक पहुंचना है ना, 1, 2, 3.
अच्छा वो लेना पड़ेगा. हाँ समझ गया. ठीक.
Okay.
Not true, false. It should be false.
अच्छा, okay, false.
And I think आपकी table is there in all the 1 million rows. So I think that's the issue. उसमें problem है.
Yeah. अब sir, it's right.
Okay. This portion is also there in the video. Okay, so watch the video again.
Okay, sir. Okay, thanks a lot.
Welcome. Any other questions? नहीं है?
No, sir.
ठीक है. So whoever wanted to share their problems, example files, share it on the group. Explain the situation using a video or maybe text लिख के, and then we can like try to do it, and you will get some solutions. Okay.
Okay, I just shared my Excel sheet also.
Okay, great. Okay then. Good night, guys. Thank you. It was a good session.
Thank you very much.
Good night, sir. Thank you, Akhilesh. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Akhilesh. Thanks.